Welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka on a lovely Wednesday morning. We've had 3 great segments on the show. We enjoyed some music as well, and if you're just tuning in, well, bad luck, because we had the time of our lives. Well, if you're a poetry fan out there, well, this is a show that you need to catch, maybe on YouTube if you miss the first half. Jason, am I right?
Wait, did you just say this was the time of our lives? It was an amazing time. Of course, yes. Don't get me wrong. And you were, no, I know.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Hopefully,
you were like so happy, like this was the time of my life.
We always have times of our lives every day on Good Morning Sri Lanka. What we do is to make you guys happy, and that's what I meant.
But no, Bani is right. You did miss out on a pretty awesome start for the show. We were just speaking to Nihal Rajakarnanayake, who's written who's a well-known author, a translator, and a poet, who's coming out with his latest book, Ripples, and he's in the studio right now, and he's about to recite a poem of his favorite, one of his favorites.
No, this is Old Age and Calamity.
Old Days?
And Old Age and Calamity.
Oh, Old Age and Calamity.
Okay, before you recite it, tell us a little bit the background of it. What does it mean?
Yeah, this is now how a grandfather comes to his son's house,
right?
Somewhere close to Colombo.
Okay.
And he's almost locked inside that house. He has nothing to do because the grandson is involved with the computer and the granddaughter is doing something else. The dog, even he can't play with the dog.
Yeah.
So, and he's watching television, and this is what he thinks.
Okay. So much real and happening in the real world right now. In the
Old Age and Calamity.
Yeah. Here we go.
Read by Nihal Rajakarnanayake.
Neon lights flow in. My son's son, computer chained. I look for the dog to pet and recite a poem to. He cannot come near me. He is locked in a cage. Thin trees surround the boundary line, enclosed by a great wall. The door of the house opens to the main road, leading to Colombo. Television and radio do not listen to my voice. What can boys do without mobiles? What can girls do without denims? What can FM do without them? What can the old do without a market for them? The little ones have little smiles. Young ones have their own attractions. Mothers and fathers have their clubs. What luck for old people like us. Come singing, hey grandpa, good morning, come to the veranda with a jingle boasting death and meet us. We sell you dentures to munch sugarcane. Lease comfortable coffins, play 6/8 music for funerals. Oh, gentlemen, sponsor us for such things.
That's amazing. Wow. That is so funny.
So these are some of the poems that our local people sing, write, poets write.
Yeah, I never really thought of this. That poem speaks a lot because when my granddad, when he was alive, he used to come to our house when we were here, and he would do the same thing. I was in there. Don't get me wrong. My brothers would be playing games and stuff, and when I come, I would see him sitting, just waiting for us because there was no one else at home. It was just me and my brother. It makes so much sense, and that's what these guys do.
Maybe because of the generation gap, I think we do follow it up, and I think it does have a strong linkage between what's happening right now in the world.
This is our recommendation here on Good Morning Sri Lanka for you to read Ripples.
So much of realistic poems are inside that book. You need to read it like us right now. Niha, tell us, you are retired right now.
Yeah.
You're a very, very happy young person, young at heart. And
you are abundant. You're living life.
Exactly. You have a great family as well from the pictures that we saw. Tell us about your past jobs and your experiences.
Well, I worked at Air Ceylon doing ticketing and reservations, and there also I was surrounded with about 16 girls.
Whoa! Wow!
What a flair!
All right.
Back in the day.
Tell us more.
Most beautiful girls are working with me.
Whoa!
Dang, son!
Then I worked abroad. Again, when I came to Sri Lanka. Then again, I worked in a newspaper and in a medical firm and various things I did. But I never think of the job whatever where I work or anything. My main interest is reading books.
Right.
So that has been your passion from day one.
Well, I kind of get it. All right. So there's a lot of, even today, there's a lot of people that, now you dabbled in a lot of fields.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in this country that do that. And they always don't know how to answer the question, now with your experience, when a person asks, what do you do for a living? They they can't really say it because they've dabbled in everything, so they don't know what they are.
Yeah.
What would you say if someone said, back in the day when you were working all these things, what do you do for a living?
Well, because I can speak 2 languages,
Yeah.
that has helped me. I have been doing some sort of in the pharmaceutical trade. So I used to meet doctors and promote certain pharmaceuticals. That way I used to do. Then other than that, I used to write for my enjoyment, and sometimes I used to get money, and sometimes I used to translate for various firms. But I never worried about what the money that I get or anything, and I just didn't worry about those things. Even now I will not worry.
Yeah. That's why life is so happy for you, because you don't think about those things.
So you haven't written any books so far, but you've written articles, as you pointed out earlier. But do you have any sort of goal in the future to at least touch on a book?
No, I don't have any particular goal, but I have a lot of memories stored inside. Sometimes they might come out as a novel or some drama or
so we can expect
something we can never say when it will come out.
Okay. Are you working on it right now?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
At the moment,
so the plans are there.
Ideas are there. What my memory brings me certain things that I have seen in the Middle East and how Sri Lankans act when they go there, the way they behave there.
I think you should. I think you should write that, because all of us would be very excited, and from the bottoms of our hearts, we actually wish you all the best in doing that as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We do.
Thank you.
Converted a traditional song into something very playful as well, which I think I want to set the record straight, though we do not mean to offend any Sri Lankan die-hard personalities out there.
Not.
Yeah, what we're trying to do is to make sure that it's music.
It is music. It's all fun here on Good
in so
Morning
many
Sri
different
Lanka.
ways, which I think is for the right reasons for now.
What do you think about the song, though? Do you think that could become like a futuristic Asian Sri Lankan #1 in the top charts?
Let's see.
Me and Nihal would collaborate.
Yeah, but I have a great respect for the composer and singer.
Oh, really?
I will never touch his songs. I have great respect. He's one of my heroes.
Oh, really?
Sunil Shanta. So I will never touch his songs. This is what I used to say.
Because he's the original and he makes it beautiful.
Creator, and he has done so much for our country, and he's a great man. I will never sing his songs for commercial purposes or anything.
Yeah.
And I think there is a new generation to do these things. I need not do all these things.
That is true, though. That he's right. They're, like, the future generation always take a lot of inspiration from the past, and they tend to have huge hits in this country, whether it comes to poetry, whether it comes to music, even films. Isn't that true? That's pretty cool, though. Well, no, seriously, honestly, what did you think about the track that we just performed?
I think it's very original, not authentic, you know. Maybe it was, if it was.
I didn't want to.
Stories,
I think I didn't want to give a beat because it already had its own beat, you know, the tap. And I didn't, so I just wanted to dance to it. That's me, because it was a very moving track.
How do you see the current time? This is also a very open question out. How do you see the music industry in Sri Lanka going forward?
Well, my way of thinking is different from other people of my age.
Yes.
Because normally the human nature is you will remember what you did before you're 40. So the present generation will pick up the music that is now been sung and all.
Yeah.
So they will, though we can't, it won't remain in our memory. It will spread among them, and then the best will remain, and the worst will get thrown off.
So it's like a filter process.
And I have seen young children. Once I went to a party in Moratuwa, and I saw young fellows singing present day songs.
Really?
So it is unfair to say that present day songs will not remain and all that, only that these all Indian traditional songs will remain. There are various traditions, and with the political and social background in those countries, certain songs will remain and certain will vanish, that's all. So we can't have a hard and fast rule, and we should not condemn the young people.
Yeah, that is true. I think that's one of the contributing factors to what a mentality of us, like whenever parents, we spoke about this before, like when parents kind of, put this cloth over you saying you can't do this, you can't do that. That's pretty much something like that.
You need to have certain boundaries. The parents have the right to do that. Obviously, it's their kids at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But what we're trying to say here is let your kids find who they are as people.
That's right.
Maybe find their career paths because life is a journey. You fail, you succeed, and at the end of the day, failures are the pillars of success. So maybe your child could be the CEO of a company if he actually finds out who he really is, other than just working under someone in a company in the future. Yeah.
Wow, inspiring. I'm inspired right now.
The whole show today has been very inspiring.
It just changed. We thought we were going to speak about poetry.
Yes.
What happened? We went from poetry to life.
And that's the connection
deep stuff.
You brought in. So thank you so much for making it into the studios with us.
Yeah.
One final advice and message that you would like to pass across to all the people who are watching right now about poetry in general.
For the millions of people watching right now.
On YouTube as well, that includes.
I think
millions of people.
So
watching.
millions of people. You should read poetry in both languages, or if you can read in all three languages, so much the better. You must try to read poetry, English poetry, Sinhala poetry, Tamil poetry, and it's good if there are Tamil translations coming, so that we can know what the people who write in Tamil think. And then also make it a point to read as much as possible on any particular subject, not your textbooks only for children. Read, that will give you everything in life.
I guess that is very inspiring. Yes, read my little children, read.
Reading maketh the man. That's what they say.
Well, unfortunately, we're out of time.
Yes.
We are out of time on Good Morning. But Nihal, thank you so much for being on the show. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much again.
Thank you, MTV.
This is Nihal's book, Ripples. Make sure you go out and check this out as soon as it comes out. Our recommendation here on MTV once again. I had a great day. I think I'm ready and set for my morning. I really am.
And we wish you all the best as well for a terrific future.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and Jason, good luck in finding out who you are as a person as well.
Oh, hell yeah. I always find the person I am. Ain't that right, MTV? All right, do visit our Facebook page on www.facebook.com/Good Morning Sri Lanka. Click the like button. Stand the chance to win merchandise by MTV. If you have any information you would like to ask, any questions about the show today, you can email us on mtvsports@maharaja.lk. This has been Good Morning Sri Lanka. You have a great day, Sri Lanka. Good morning.